Joy Taylor has suddenly found herself at a turning point in her career. In July 2025, Fox Sports announced that 3 of its FS1 programs, including the network's afternoon talk show, Speak, would be canceled, and Joy, one of the show's most visible hosts, was among those let go. The move comes as part of a broader internal shakeup at FS1, and although sources express confidence in her talent and presence, the abrupt exit signals that a new chapter is ahead. After nearly a decade in sports media, Joy now faces both uncertainty and opportunity, leaving her audience and industry peers wondering, what's next for the rising star? Joy Taylor's path to national visibility was neither linear nor easy. Born in Scarborough, Ontario, she moved to the United States at age 6, settling with her single mother in South Florida. From a young age, Joy showed a passion for conversations and storytelling, often found holding interviews with relatives or delivering mock broadcast segments into hairbrushes. She excelled athletically at Sunrise Tropical Elementary, played basketball and soccer at Plantation High School, and achieved early recognition for her academic and oratory aptitude. She attended the University of South Florida, graduating in 2009 with a degree in speech communication and a minor in criminology. During college, she interned at ESPN and local radio stations, cutting her teeth in production rooms and booking calls for major shows. Her voiceover coach, Gail McMullen, recalls Joy's relentless drive. She would walk into her office after class for extra work, sometimes dragging her college textbooks in, saying, "I want to learn more, not less." It was during these years that Joy fell for live sports. The unpredictability, the split-second drama, and the chance to dissect the human story behind every play. After graduation, she took a production assistant position at a small Jacksonville sports radio station, performing multiple roles from board operator to junior writer. Within 2 years, she had moved to Miami's WQAM, producing talk segments and contributing occasional on-air commentary. Beginning around 2012, she began booking national radio gigs as a sideline reporter, eventually joining 790 The Ticket in Miami. There she earned regional influence, rising to co-host of Zaslow and Joy, a morning drive show that combined sports news with pop culture and local commentary. Her chemistry with co-host Mark Zaslow, her quick wit, and her verbal fluency built a loyal local following, emblematic of her accessible persona. While on air, she also took private lessons in media training, vocal technique, and even Spanish to reflect the diverse audience of South Florida. Her big break came in 2016 when she caught the attention of Fox Sports. Offered a position as a panelist and radio producer for FS1's new shows, Joy accepted and moved to Los Angeles. She initially appeared on The Herd with Colin Cowherd and Undisputed with Skip Bayless, talent that impressed co-hosts and executives alike. Soon she earned her own FS1 show, The Joy Taylor Show, a solo project blending interviews, film reviews, and sports commentary aimed at female and millennial demographics. The show ran for 3 seasons, and during that time, Joy's warmth and open-mindedness blended invitingly with intelligent critique. In 2019, she joined Speak, succeeding Taylor Rooks, becoming co-host alongside major names and nationally prominent athletes. The format allowed Joy to bring her listener-first mentality, often turning the conversation toward fan perspective rather than insider assumptions. Her style balanced curiosity and challenge. She would celebrate athletic feats and yet ask how the league might improve for future generations. The show vaulted as one of FS1's few programs regularly watched by women and non-traditional sports viewers. Parallel to her media visibility, Joy invested her earnings in public platform. She hosted women's initiatives like Women in Media Summit in New York and Los Angeles, encouraging young professionals to negotiate media roles. She released a podcast series in 2021 titled Tea with Taylor, inviting guests from athletes to artists to talk about race, mental health, and career pivots, topics mainstream sports shows often avoided. On Mental Health Awareness Day in 2022, she led a FS1 campaign breaking stigma around athlete stress, drawing from her own experiences with industry load and burnout. Within years, she had established a reputation, not just as presenter, but as a facilitator of honest conversation, especially on women's empowerment, racial equity, and emotional resilience. In 2023, she embarked on entrepreneurship, launching Limitless Network, a coaching collective for female broadcasters and public speakers. The network offered workshops in media training, on-camera presence, and negotiation skills. She organized philanthropic retreats combining keynote talks with mental fitness retreats on the California coast. Her work didn't go unnoticed. Broadcast and Cable listed her among Women to Watch in 2024. She also served as guest lecturer at USC School of Journalism, mentoring students interested in sports media. Throughout her journey, Joy navigated scrutiny and respect. She traveled league meets with sensitivity, interviewing athletes about performance and life struggles. She occasionally ruffled feathers. Her 2022 challenge of men's media dominance caused both backlash and praise. She advocated for more female representation at Fox, but insisted she owed no one apology for speaking up. While she never pursued politics, her interviews touched race, inequality, and public safety, subjects that resonated with her broader worldview. Colleagues recall her ability to steer any conversation to human scale, to spotlight a woman in baseball operations, or to highlight service members' needs after games. With her departure from FS1 in mid-2025, Joy now stands at a crossroads again. Many networks have reportedly reached out with offers: CBS Sports, ESPN, even Sunday morning news programs, and she's rumored to be considering a talk show outside the sports column, or a producing role behind the scenes. Others suggest a shift fully online, expanding Limitless Network into video content, launching a wellness platform, or writing a book. Whatever she chooses, her voice will carry that signature balance of insight, empathy, and consumer-first framing. To understand Joy Taylor is to understand professional evolution. She learned broadcast from the ground up, from board operations in Jacksonville to negotiating licensing terms with agencies, from researching highlight reels to teaching public speaking, from local rants to national discourse. She has done so while remaining deeply relatable. She co-anchors with authenticity, wearing mismatched sneakers, celebrating her suburban background, sharing her disdain for airport soup, and occasionally recalling near breakdowns on air when a loved one was ill. It is this imperfect accessibility that makes her brand more compelling than many who ascend through celebrity or star athlete status. She is also a woman in her early 40s, poised between legacy and new ambition. Unmarried without children, she's often noted about balancing a life lived large with personal rootedness. Her mother still in Florida, her siblings scattered in banking and education, all suggesting she holds family as foundation. One peer described her as neither a stoic robot nor a Hollywood artifact, but as someone who knows that storytelling is alchemy, turning real experience into shared humanity. In many ways, Speak and its cancellation symbolize the tightrope that Joy has always walked. The space between sports and society, between entertainment and earnestness, between expectation and authenticity. It's not a failure, it's an inflection point. She now has clearer agency to design roles rather than accept them. She can lean into productivity, choose creative territories without compromise, and even document her own career to inspire next-gen media makers. Fans can expect Joy to stay in public view, albeit differently, likely on YouTube, or as a host for award show red carpets, or via partnership roles sticking with major sporting events. There's also speculation she may pivot to voiceover, unfolding documentaries, or narrating content on streaming platforms. The mental health world also prominently awaits her. She has loose plans, already in development, for a self-care app with mindfulness meditations tied to sporting performance, bridging mindset and media. In assessing her journey from Scarborough to LA, from student intern to network lead, from on-air host to business founder, Joy Taylor has consistently personified transition fueled by intention. She is not defined by being the first female co-host on this show or a rising voice in sports. She's defined by a brand built on curiosity, care, and the belief that mediation matters. Evidence. In a 2024 interview with Serena Williams, Joy steered the conversation toward mental health and post-career life, and was credited with shifting Serena's tone more than any other interviewer that year. That transformative ability, taking a headline and adding human resonance, is what underlies Joy's promise going forward. Her departure now frees her to not just interpret stories, but to shape them. Not simply ask questions, but to design the journey through podcasts, books, platform development, or motivational speaking. She has all the elements: skill, audience trust, cultural resonance, ambition without hunger. So the cancellation noise is less an ending and more a transition. It's the moment she edits the script she's been writing for years, where nobody else designs the next act but her. And if that act centers on raising women's voices, building wellness programming, and anchoring conversations as much as headlines, she would not only extend, but redefine her legacy. In coming months, Joy's audience will tune in to see what she does: sign a new media deal, launch coaching cohorts, or host a new talk platform. They'll tune in because they trust her to bring substance, civility, and insight wherever she lands. That trust is something she built over years of real work: human-first interviews, hard research, and emotional presence. Networks may subsidize promos, but only Joy can carry that momentum forward, and she knows it.